and obviously getting a few comments back at me. Some of the comments are people agreeing with me, which is what I'd expect. And some of the comments are people saying, dude, what are you talking about? Like, let me just adjust this slightly, sorry. That's better. So I had one comment, again, I'm not going to name any shame, but you read the comments for yourself, whatever. It's not a shame. It's just it's football fans talking. We're all opinionated. We're all emotional, and we're going to view things differently, and that's absolutely fine. It's not a problem. I believe in respect. You got to respect people's opinions. They're different to yours, and that's life. And especially when it comes to football, you got to have a thick skin when it comes to people disagreeing with you about your opinions, and that's fine. You've got to be able to be quite strong. As football fans, and you give your opinion, but someone else tells you they think it's rubbish, and you get on with it. We have banter, we have a laugh, and we argue. Add to the fact that we're British, we're English, and we moan. It is what it is. We like to moan, sort of thing, especially about football. We like to moan about sports and football. And we get emotional. We get emotional about these things. It's a cultural, quintessential part of being English or British. Very quintessential aspect of British culture is to moan about football. You moan about your football team, and sometimes have unrealistic expectations of your team to be the greatest team of all time ever, and that we will annihilate the opposition and kill them and annihilate them and kill them again. That's what we do. And football fans all over the world kind of do that as well. It is a football thing as a global community, but especially if you're English or British, we really take that to heart and are quite literal with that as well. Now, I remember people like saying to me, some people saying, one person saying, maybe, I mean, I haven't read through all the comments, so I'll read through them. There'll be more, saying, you're moaning, we could have, if we didn't go defensive, we could have lost that game by more goals. I'm like, that's absurd, mate. Have you watched that game? Was you watching that game, or did you fall asleep? Because how would we have lost that game by more goals? How? Please explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. How would we have lost that game to Argentina last night if we didn't park the bus? So, because for me, we parked the bus and thought we were a Mourinho team, and then we lost the game. So a game we were winning and playing welling and capable and looked like we could have got a second goal, and Thomas Tuchel decides to think that he's Jose Mourinho and parks the bus for no reason at all, and we lose the game. What happened when we parked the bus? What happened when we parked the I'm not going to cuss. Sweet Lord, give me strength. What happened when we parked the bus? We conceded 2 goals, but not only did we concede 2 goals, they hit the post twice and had another effort that nearly went in as well. So when we parked the bus and Thomas Tuchel thought he was Jose Mourinho, even though we were winning 1-0 and were pretty dominant in the match and already playing some good football, he decides to think that he's Jose Mourinho and parked the bus. Prime Mourinho at Chelsea. You Chelsea fans will know that. And it worked for Mourinho because he coaches his teams to do that. But we're England. The England national team shouldn't be parking the bus in a performance where we're winning and we're playing really well. I'll say that again. Please explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, how it was better for us to park the bus last night. Please. Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. How was it better for England to park the bus last night? Now, someone here. Hi guys. Despotito Barigio. Was it Barigio? I'm sorry. I'm butchering your pronunciation of your name. No disrespect to you. You put Mexico. Are you from Mexico, or are you referring to the Mexico performance? Yes, Gary. Absolutely. Where was Saka and Eze? We've got pacey players like Saka, like Eze, like a ton of guys on the bench, like Madueke. We've got Rashford. All these attacking forward players that we could have brought on. So when Anthony Gordon, by the way, let me just say this about Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon gets a lot of abuse. A lot of people will say, "Oh, he's overrated. Can't believe Barcelona paid 80 million for him." Newcastle have robbed them. Anthony Gordon is a phenomenal footballer, and he gets a lot of abuse. I don't understand why. Look at his numbers last season playing for Newcastle, and look at his numbers even playing Champions League football. Right, Anthony Gordon is a good footballer. We took Anthony Gordon off and did not replace him with a forward. Why did we not replace Anthony Gordon with a forward? Why didn't Rashford come on? Why didn't Saka come on? Why didn't Madueke come on? Yeah, and also Harry's up front. Okay, our main striker. Okay, fair enough. He hasn't had a great game. He's tired. Why isn't Ollie Watkins coming on? Why isn't Ollie Watkins coming on? Why are we not utilising our pace? Argentina, yeah, their defence is old, they brought on even older players, right, towards the end of the game. Why are we not bringing on our fast, pacey players? As Alan Hansen back in the day, Mr. Match of the Day goes, defenders hate pace. If you're old enough to know who Alan Hansen is and you watch Match of the Day in England, in the UK, right? If you watch Match of the Day back in the day, Alan Hansen goes, the one thing defenders hate is pace. And Alan Hansen was absolutely correct. The one thing defenders hate is pace. You've got an ageing Argentina team, an ageing Argentina defence, and you bring off Anthony Gordon, who's one of our fastest players on the wing, and you replace him with a centre-back and park the bus in a match where we're winning 1-0 and we're going toe-to-toe with them and we're playing well. Please explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, how that makes sense, please. I'm waiting. Somebody explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, please. I'm waiting. Yes, guys. Yes, hello. So, why did England lose? I think I've just kind of alluded to that. Gary Watkins should have done better with Watkins. Would have done better with Rodgers. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you could have brought Watkins on with Rodgers because Rodgers was already there. Guy, Philip, yeah, we gave him too much space. Guy, we gave him too much space in the sense that we dropped back to a low block, and what we did is we brought everyone back, and it was almost like a human shield. I don't understand what happened. I'm still trying to deconstruct the farce of that last half an hour. It was an absolute farce. Thomas Tuchel is an experienced football manager. And he's not incompetent, guys. He's not incompetent. He's a competent football manager. He's not an idiot. So I'm trying, please explain it to me, like I'm 5 years old, what happened last night. Because we were woken up in the morning now and we're in shock. We can't comprehend what happened in that match. So please explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, what happened in that match. Please let me know. If you can figure it out, why it was the right thing to do to go to a low block and invite pressure on ourselves against Argentina, a tiki-taka team. Because remember this, guys, Argentina are a tiki-taka team. You've heard of tiki-taka, that Spanish style of football with quick one-touch passing. Okay, Argentina are a tiki-taka team. Tiki-taka teams look for space. They feed off space. If you give them space, they will kill your team. So you don't give them space. You push up and you go high press because you don't give them space. If they beat your press, then you gotta hold up your hands and say fair play. You beat the press. But against an aging team, and the Argentina team is an aging team, you would not expect them late in the game to beat your press because they're going to be losing energy left, right, and centre. They're an old team. And if we bring on our pacey players like your Maduekes, like your Sakas, like your Rashfords, then guess what? You're going to score another goal. If you bring on Watkins, and you, yeah, absolutely right, Gary. Kane should have come off. Harry Kane should have come off. It's a farce that he's been overly loyal to Kane. He's been overly loyal to Harry Kane, and a lot of managers do this. Southgate did the same thing. We've got a plethora of forward players that we could bring on in a scenario like that, and we bring on Big Dan Burn. I'm going to say it again just in case you didn't catch it the first time. We're winning 1-0. There's about 20 plus minutes to go, maybe half an hour for your class. if you plus the additional time. And rather than going for it and thinking, right, let's go for the second goal, let's finish them off, we decided to think that we are a Jose Mourinho football team, and we thought, let's park the bus. Can someone tell me how that would work? Please explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, how that would work. Because I'm an experienced football fan, a student of the game, okay? I'm a mentor, I'm a coach in real life. Not a football coach, but I'm a mentor and coach in real life, okay? So I analyse things, I deconstruct things, I know how to read the room. I'm an intelligent man to be able to read the room, okay? The pattern of play in that match was this. We're going toe-to-toe with Argentina. They're getting frustrated. They're not getting much space. We're physically matching them because they tried to bully us in the first half. Let's be honest. Okay? They've got some pretty tough players, and they're a bit dirty, Argentina. They're a dirty team in that sense. And they can go physical with any team. And they tried to bully us in the first half. And what happened is instead of Argentina bullying us, we pretty much bullied them. Okay? So we pretty much bullied them in the first half, and we're going toe to toe with them, and we're 1-0 up, and we're showing them that we're able to pretty much score past them. If they mess up, we'll score past you. And there's about half an hour of the game to go because you add in the extra time. And in a match where we have the ascendancy, and let's go back to that quote that I said before, what Alan Hansen said, famous quote from Match of the Day: "Defenders hate pace." You get that from Alan Hansen. Defenders hate what? Pace. And we decided to bring on Big Dan Burn and as many defenders as possible. Just load them all in there, throw them all in there, and I hope for the best. When we did that, not only did Argentina score 2 goals, they hit the post twice as well. Because we were inviting pressure on ourselves. We had no out. We should have brought on pacey forwards, carried on. Maybe if you want to drop it, go to mid-block maybe. At the very least, don't go lower than that. And you bring on your pacey forwards and you hit them on the counter-attack. And you stay physical in the midfield, toe-to-toe with them. And you say this: if you're going to win this match, Argentina, you're going to have to overcome our midfield, and you're going to have to overcome us. We're going to go direct, pacey. We're going to hit the ball, long balls over the top, to Rashford, to Madueke, to Saka, and we're going to see if you can handle us. Because we ain't going to back down, because we're winning 1-0, and we're able to match you physically. We're able to do it. We've proven it. You tried to bully us in the first half. It didn't work. We ended up bullying you. Thomas Tuchel last night has shown you, or us, the football audience, football fans all over the world, the art of securing defeat from the hands of victory. I'm going to say it again so that sinks in. Thomas Tuchel last night demonstrated in perfect resolution how you get defeat from the hands of victory. That match was won and we gave it away. I'll say it again. That match was won and we gave it away. Yes, Lewis, absolutely. What a shambolic ending to our run. I don't care much for footy. I would have preferred we won, of course, but it was still fun watching overall. This is the thing, Lewis. Thank you for commenting as well. As a nation, we want our young people, especially children, to see that we're able to win things, okay? We want our young people to see we're able to win things. It boosts the morale of the nation, okay? Argentina don't need that. They've already won the World Cup 4 years ago. They've had Messi for the last 20 years or so, whatever. They don't need that. They won the Copa America a few times as well recently. We needed that. We needed a World Cup final. We needed to go and win the World Cup. We needed that more than them. All they want to do is give Messi a second World Cup and say he's the greatest player of all time and cement his legacy. That's all they want. That's all they know. We needed that boost. We needed to win the World Cup, or at least get to a final and push whatever team was in the final, Spain, and push Spain really close, or even win it. We needed that. Not Argentina. They don't need that. And we've given them another shot at the World Cup, and a shot at football and immortality to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is already a legend. A lot of people already believe that he's the best player of all time. He doesn't need another World Cup. He's already got one, and won several Copa Americas. He doesn't need that. We needed that. When was the last time we won a trophy, a major trophy? Against West Germany. Yeah, West Germany. They weren't even called Germany then. They were called West Germany back then. Okay. So we've given them that. We might as well have bent over backwards for them and say, just take your shot, because that's what's happened. Unbelievable. It's incredulous. I'm incredulous about it, because it's how do I explain this? I'm a mentor. I work with children. How do I explain this to the children I work with? What happened last night? As a mentor, how do I explain to the children I work with what happened last night? It'll be after the 6 weeks holiday now. How do I explain to them what happened last night? Because they'll talk to me about that. I'm a coach, a mentor. They'll talk to me about that. How do I explain that? So, it's unfortunate. I'm not saying that we go and get the manager and throw him in the bin, or you know what I mean. I'm not advocating for that. What I'm saying is that cannot happen again. No way, in any version of reality, in any iteration of the multiverse, can this happen again with Thomas Tuchel. And I don't want any England coach doing that again. Even after Tuchel in the future, I don't want any England coach doing that ever again. Never again. Do not ever do that again. Do not ever think you're Jose Mourinho. You're not Mourinho. It's not a Mourinho team. It's not prime Mourinho. It's not. Do not park the bus with half an hour to go against the current world champions who play tiki-taka football, who thrive off space, and you gave them 3/4 of the football pitch to have to come up with ideas of how to score past you. And lo and behold, they scored twice and hit the post twice. As soon as Anthony Gordon, and I'm going to say this again, Anthony Gordon's had a phenomenal World Cup. So if you're a Barca fan, you're very happy. And if you're a Real Madrid fan like myself, I'm a Villa fan first, but when it comes to world teams, I like Real Madrid. If you like Real Madrid like me, you're probably thinking actually he's gonna, when it comes to the big El Clasicos next season, Anthony Gordon's going to be a problem against Real Madrid. He really will be. He's a good player. He's a very good player, and you can see why the Barcelona coach said to Barcelona, pay the money for him. You can see why they said it. You can see why. He's a good player. A lot of people give Anthony Gordon a lot of abuse. He gets a lot of verbal abuse, actually, Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon is a very good footballer. If you're a football fan that's giving Anthony Gordon abuse, you don't know football. Anthony Gordon's one of the best players in that England squad. And it is not a coincidence that the performance went down when he went off. It's not. Look how many goals he's created in the last 3 or 4 England games. He's created all the goals. Pretty much. Him and Saka through the tournament were the best ones in terms of being creative. And when we needed a goal, why isn't Saka coming on? Earlier. Well, I can't even remember if he did come on, to be honest. Yeah, right. Declan Rice did a good performance in terms of the engine room in the middle of the park. It was absolutely fine. Obviously, there would be some tiredness. He's had a long season with Arsenal. Arteta doesn't tend to rotate very often, so he's played a lot of football for Arsenal, which hasn't really aided our World Cup. But that's Arteta for you. He doesn't like to rotate really. Yeah, I know what you mean, Gary. I know what you're saying. And so Rice had a good midfield. He had a good midfield battle. He did well. He was very industrious in the midfield, and that's what he wanted. That's what we needed him to do. So there's no shade towards Declan Rice. He's done really well. There's a lot of players. Anthony Gordon was exceptional, and we've had some good performances last night. And then the coach of the England team decides to think he's Jose Mourinho and part of the bus, and that's why I think a lot of people are going to work. Spence was amazing, yes, Gary, absolutely. Spence was phenomenal. He's another player that people would be thinking, should he be going to the World Cup? Tottenham had a bad season, and then he got relegated. Should we really be taking him? He is fully justified Tuchel's decision to take Spence. Spence was phenomenal. Another player that did not deserve to lose last night. Spence is a phenomenal footballer. Can play left back, can play right back. Ultra competent footballer. Wherever you pull him, he plays well. And ton of pace. I think Spence is going to leave. He's going to leave Tottenham. There's talk he's going to leave Tottenham. I'd be happy if it went for him, to be honest. I think Spence is a very good player. I think there's a lot of clubs that could have him. He's a good player. Man United should go for him. Chelsea should go for him. He's a good player. A lot of teams that should go. Liverpool should go for him. A lot of clubs should go for him. He'd do a good job at any of those clubs. But guys, yeah, look, we're going to look for the Euros, next Euros in 2 years' time. Thanks, Gary. Thanks for subbing me as well. I'll do some more. Gary, I'll do some more football streams as well, mate. On my channel. There's a lot of football streams, so I'm going to do some more as well. So especially going into the new season as well, mate. So thanks for the sub as well. God bless you. Nice talking to you as well. So there's this thing, guys. You've got to have hope. You're a Villa fan too. Up the Villa, yes. Thanks, Gary. Up the Villa. I love to connect with Villa fans. I love to connect with all football fans, but especially fellow Villa fans. Love it. Absolutely love it. We've got the Euros in 2 years' time, so you've got to have hope, guys. You've got to have hope, okay? We've got to have hope. Let's not. Don't go too far. But we are allowed to be angry. We're emotional. We're football fans. We care. We love it. We're up for it. We're singing Oasis songs. We love it, and we needed that. We needed that more than Argentina, and we've give it away. We gave the victory away, and I'm not happy about that. I think it's a lack of game management, a lack of game intelligence, and we didn't read the room properly. And because of that lack of game intelligence and game management, we've given a match away that we were winning and should have won. And that's it. It comes down to that. We gave a match away that we were winning and should have won. So that has been that. Last night was last night. Today is today. I have been me. You have been you. I am Christian Fandom Geek on the Red 5 Network. Moaning about the World Cup. And guys, if you're watching this video after this live stream, which a lot of people will do because it's about England and the World Cup, and I get England versus Argentina, we're all emotional about it, so people will watch the video and comment. Look at some of the other comments of the other videos I've done today, the shorts, because people are giving their opinions. We're venting right now, and as a nation right now, we're venting. So people are giving their 2 pence. They're giving their opinions. And we're being very opinionated right now, and rightly so. It's the World Cup. It's England. It's semi-finals. We should be. We care. We needed that more than Argentina did. Messi doesn't need another World Cup. He's already a legend. Probably going to be, anointed the greatest footballer of all time. Okay, Messi doesn't need it. Okay, he doesn't need it. And we bowed down to Lionel Messi in Argentina and gave them a victory they did not need. They didn't need it. How many World Cups have they won since we won the World Cup? How many Copa Americas have they won since we won the Euro? Since we won the Euros? Have we ever won the Euros? Have we? I'm not even sure we've ever won the Euros, by the way. So what? Is it just the World Cup we've won? So how many? So did we need to give that to Argentina? Did they need to have that? Did we need to give it away to them? Because they didn't need that. We needed it. England needed it. The morale of our nation needed it. And we gave it away. What can you say? God bless you guys. I will be back with you with more football streams, more moaning about England and Thomas Tuchel, getting ready for the new season, pre-season Aston Villa up the Villa. Looking forward to new players and transfers being brought by the Villa boys. And we can talk, and I'm not going to bank on about England too much now because the next thing now is the Euros in 2 years' time. But it's going to be more of Aston Villa focused for the summer now. And some Real Madrid stuff as well because I like Real Madrid. Okay? So please do me a favour. If you have not subbed Christian Fandom Geek, this channel, then I would appreciate if you sub the channel, please. I'd appreciate that. Smash the like button, share with friends and family, you know what to do. Alright? So I'd appreciate it if you sub the channel, support the channel, share with friends and family and like-minded geeks and football geeks. Watch some of the videos, get the watch time of the channel up. You know what to do. Alright? So I'd appreciate it if you supported Christian Fandom Geek. And you can moan along with me about England's performance and the ineptitude of the last half an hour. Alright. God bless you. Be kind. Give your family and friends a hug. It's just football, but we love football. Some people have said football is life. Life is football and football is life. So, God bless you all. And I'll be with you again very soon on Christian Fandom Geek. God bless you. And I'll be with you again very soon on Christian Fandom Geek. And the best stories of our age from a Christian point of view. Oh, hang on, let me just quickly read this. A message that's come through. Sorry, I'm literally ending the episode and this come through. And it blocked, he put howl for a review. It was he say? Not Robotnik. Is that what now? I hope Spain turn on. Sorry, I had to laugh at that. That's hilarious. Oh man, that's funny. I hope Spain turn Argentina into dust on Sunday. Dude, that is hilarious. Let me show you a comment. I gotta show this. I gotta show it. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was absolutely hilarious. I hope Spain turn Argentina into dust on Sunday. That was funny. YouTube interpreted that as like, whoa, this is going into some rhetoric now. I mean, we're going into war rhetoric now. We want them completely obliterated, wipe them off of the face of the earth. That's like Palpatine in Star Wars. Wipe them out, all of them. You know, going proper Sith now. And if you watch my channel, you know about me with Star Wars and stuff like that. There's a lot of Star Wars content on the channel if you're a Star Wars fan. Okay, all right, guys. I was literally rolling the episode up, and I got some people coming on there, so I'll stay for an extra 5 minutes. Someone's put on here, Argentina's victory over Egypt was unjust. Absolutely, Argentina's victory over Egypt was unjust. They cheated. The referees have basically been told, make sure Messi wins the World Cup. And so the poor Egyptians were like, I mean, if you saw Mo Salah's face, he was like, it's like a house fell on him. You look at Mo Salah's face in that match, right, at the end of the match, towards the end of the match, Mo Salah's expression on his face told it all. Mo Salah looked like a house dropped on his head, right? Mo Salah was in shock. He was incredulous. He couldn't believe what was going on. He couldn't believe it in live time. That match was being torn away from Egypt and given to Argentina, live and direct. And yes, Egypt should have won the match anyway, without allowing the referee to sort of cheat, essentially. And you know, this whole, oh, Messi needs to win. By the way, Messi needs to win. By the way, Messi needs to win. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on Messi needs to win. He doesn't need to win. Okay? He does not need to win everything, guys. He's not a man baby. Okay? He's not a demigod. He's not God. He's not a messiah. He's just a very good footballer. Messi does not need to win everything. Okay? We do not need to deify Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is a man like other men. Yes, he is potentially the greatest footballer of all time, or certainly the greatest footballer in our generation. Although I'm more of a Ronaldo guy, I'm more of a Ronaldo guy. So I'm Cristiano Ronaldo fans. If you see CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm more of a Ronaldo fan. But yes, if we're being objectively honest, he is a great generational footballer, and you could he's certainly in the bracket of the greatest footballers of all time. He's in that conversation, 100%. But we don't need to give him World Cups. We don't need to give him things. He's already one of the wealthiest footballers on the planet. Won a World Cup, won several, Copa Americas, won Champions Leagues with Barca, won the French League with PSG. He's already won stuff. He's won stuff in America, with Inter Miami. He's already won stuff. We don't need to give him more stuff. We don't need to. We don't. Anyway, let me wrap it up now. That comment made me laugh, though. I hope Spain turn Argentina into dust on Sunday. That made me laugh. That was funny. I'm not advocating for physical violence, guys. So I'm not saying that we need to physically, do stuff like no. I'm not advocating for violence. No, that's not Christian fandom geek. No. I believe in Jesus. Jesus, who is let's bless the peacemakers and stuff like that. The meek shall inherit the earth. I'm Jesus. I love Jesus. So we're not advocating for physical violence against Argentina. But man, that was funny. Grind them into the dust. Grind them into the earth. Wipe them out, all of them. That's a Star Wars reference, guys. So if you've not subbed the channel, as I'm bringing this stream to an end for the second or third time, sub Christian Fandom Geek, and let's get the channel boosted up to over 1,000 subs. Let's do that. Why not? Why not? Other people have done it, so why not me? Why not your hero, Christian Fandom Geek? Anyway, God bless you. Stay safe. Be kind. Make the world a better place. And I'll be with you soon. Again, I'm Christian Fandom Geek. God bless you.